On Friday, the 31st of August 2012, the University of Leicester applied to the Ministry of Justice under the 1857 Burials Act for permission to commence the exhumation of human remains found at the Greyfriars site in Leicester. Exhumation commenced on Tuesday, the 4th of September 2012 and has continued right through to this morning. The work was conducted by Dr Turi King from the University of Leicester's Department of Genetics, Dr Jo Appleby and Matthew Morris from our School of Archaeology and Ancient History. We have exhumed one fully articulated skeleton and one set of disarticulated human remains. The disarticulated set of human remains was found in what is believed to be the presbytery of the Lost Church of the Greyfriars, and these remains are female and therefore certainly not Richard III. The articulated skeleton, as Richard has explained, was found in what is believed to be the choir of the church. The articulated skeleton found in the choir of the church is of significant interest to us, and Dr Jo Appleby has carried out a preliminary examination of the remains. And there are 5 reasons for our interest. 1. The remains are in good condition and appear to be of an adult male. 2. The choir is the area reported in the historical record as the burial place of King Richard III. John Rouse reports that Richard was at last buried in the choir of the Friars Minor at Leicester. 3. The skeleton on initial examination appears to have suffered significant perimortem trauma, so near-death trauma, to the skull, which appears to be consistent, although is not certainly caused by, an injury received in battle. A bladed implement appears to have cleaved part of the rear of the skull. 4. A barbed metal arrowhead was found between the vertebrae of the skeleton's upper back. And 5. The skeleton found in the choir has spinal abnormalities. We believe that the individual would have had severe scoliosis, which is a form of spinal curvature. This would have made his right shoulder appear visibly higher than his left shoulder, and this is consistent with contemporary accounts of Richard's appearance. The skeleton does not have kyphosis, a different form of spinal curvature, and the skeleton was therefore not a hunchback. Both sets of remains are now at an undisclosed location where further analysis is being undertaken. I need to be really frank with you that the university has always been clear that any remains would need to be subjected to rigorous laboratory analysis before we confirm the outcome of the search for Richard III. We are not saying today that we have found King Richard III. What we are saying is that the search for Richard III has entered a new phase. Our focus is shifting from the archaeological excavation to laboratory analysis. This skeleton certainly has characteristics that warrant extensive, further detailed examination. Dr Jo Appleby is undertaking further work to examine the remains, and Dr Turi King from our Department of Genetics will lead the laboratory analysis. The results of this analysis are expected to take up to 12 weeks. I should emphasise that all human remains found at the site are being treated in full accordance with the University of Leicester's ethical policy for dealing with human remains. Clearly, we are all very excited by these latest discoveries. We have said that finding Richard was a long shot. However, it is a testament to the skill of the University of Leicester's archaeological team, led by Richard Buckley, that such extensive progress has been made. We have all been witness to a powerful and historic story unfolding before our eyes. It is proper that the university now subjects the findings to rigorous analysis so that the strong circumstantial evidence that has presented itself can be properly understood. This is potentially a historic moment for the university and the City of Leicester.